In the Clearing by Bensinger. His hat was made out of a dead animal. He wore moccasins that obviously were made by hand. Every item the man wore suggested he was not from any world I recognized. His beard came to his chest. But when he shook hands, his grasp was firm, and he looked at my eyes. Where I was a little cold, he seemed warm. I was lost. He directed me to a stream that would guide me to the lot where my car was parked. I thanked him. He nodded. Then he asked if he might listen to that contraption you've got. I queued up Beethoven's Ninth on my iPod and handed it to him. He had a little trouble with the earbuds, but that soon passed. And as he heard the music, his eyes shined. He smiled widely. Then let out a loud, "Well, I'll be!" Later, his eyes misted. He looked at the iPod and he handed it to me and said, "I've been thinking of going back." We each found a rock, dusted off the snow, and sat. After we talked for a while, he took a deep breath and sighed. He said, "The new war is worse than the old one. The new president is worse than the old one. The environment is worse. People still fear the wrong things. Some things are better. Life is better for minorities and women. There are all sports channels on the TV now." A breeze whistled through the trees. Above us a cloud moved and sunshine streamed into the clearing where we sat. Sunlight ricocheted off the snow, showering the meadow with sparks of gold and purple, silver and blue. A world seemed bright and clear and crisp and clean and silent. I felt a sense of peace. I said, "But the planet is warming." His eyes nearly bore a hole into me. "The whole planet?" I nodded. I stood, dusted my butt off, and said, "Time for me to head back." He stood and turned away from me. He seemed to have a contemplative look about him. I asked, "Want to come with me?" He shook his head. He spat toward me and into the snow. He turned and walked away.